Tu B'Shvat, the Jewish festival of first fruits approaching on January 24th and 25th, I have been thinking about what Jesus liked to eat and drink. When I lived in Israel, I loved to eat St. Peter's fish and French fries beside the blue waters of the Sea of Galilee. Perhaps it was this fish that resurrected Jesus roasted for the disciples' breakfast there one morning. The fish is actually tilapia, which along with sardines and barbel was caught in biblical times. But there were no potatoes for French fries then. These would only be discovered with America 1500 years later. As an observant Jew, Jesus would only have eaten kosher fish and meat, so no pork or rabbit, snakes or birds of prey. Pulses such as lentils and chickpeas, cooked with vegetables, like the bean stew Esau sold his birthright for, would have been far more common than meat. Passover was time for a meat feast. The bread Jesus broke to go with his Last Supper roast lamb would most certainly have been unleavened, since no leaven is consumed during the 8 days of Passover. Other times he may have dipped his bread in vinegar, like his ancestor Ruth did, when she sat down to eat with Boaz during the barley harvest in Bethlehem. The poor would eat barley bread, the wealthy wheat. As someone who dined with everybody, Jesus would have been familiar with both. Bread would have been like pita or Arab flatbread cooked in seconds over a domed hot plate. Since Israel is the land of milk and honey, no doubt Jesus enjoyed both, although the honey may have been from dates rather than made by bees. He also enjoyed the 7 species: wheat, barley, grapes, figs, pomegranates, olives, and dates. As he travelled about the country preaching the good news and healing the sick, he would have needed to take along easy, non-spoiling foods. Raisins, dates, and dried figs, and locally grown nuts such as walnuts, pistachios, and almonds would have been tasty and nourishing. On Tu B'Shvat, Israelis offer gift baskets of dried fruits and nuts to friends and family. It seems nothing much has changed in 2,000 years. Find out more about what Jesus liked to eat and drink by reading my full post at Bobby's Encounters with Jesus blog, or the Church's Ministry to the Jewish People's blog in the UK, USA, and Canada. This presentation contains images that were used under a Creative Commons license.